Hello and welcome back to Chat About It, Don't Shout About It with me, Rachel, the Queen of the Woke, as crowned by one of my haters. Today is TikTok Tuesday. Hurricane Helene hit in the US several days ago at this time of recording, so it's probably longer when you're watching this video, and I hope that my US subscribers are all safe and well. The results of Hurricane Helene in the US have been absolutely devastating. Hundreds of properties have been destroyed, hundreds of people lost their lives, and people are still missing. The pictures are absolutely horrific of this. Dolly Parton has even donated money to help with the recovery efforts. It is so bad. But did you know that we weren't supposed to be paying any attention to this devastation? We were supposed to be paying attention to one woman who had booked an Airbnb in the area. Yes, that's true. And she got called Hurricane Karen for it. So this woman that they're calling Hurricane Karen is an Airbnb owner herself. She has worked with the company called Evolve that manage her Airbnb, and she wanted to obviously cancel her holiday because of this natural disaster. And she would have, well, she really should have known, and I'm sure she did, that this would have automatically been refunded within a certain amount of time anyway, because it's a natural disaster and these things happen. She made a TikTok about it, about the fact that she had to cancel her holiday and how she was not happy. And well, I'll show you in a minute. But she got absolutely toasted in the comments section, so much so that she had to turn the comments section for 2 videos off. It was that bad. And people were even stitching her TikToks as well. It has not gone down well at all.
Vacation, not knowing that a hurricane was going to come and destroy the little town that we're supposed to be going to, and we cannot be refunded. We are still expected to go on this trip, not knowing if there's damage to the property, not knowing if the place is even accessible, not knowing if surrounding events and attractions are going to be up and running. But let me tell you, if you've been following like I have, and I live in North Carolina, just the eastern part of it, then you know as well as I do, nothing's going to be open and running. I mean, even if it is, it's still not going to be the same. You pay X amount of dollars to go on a vacation with friends or with family. You expect to have a vacation, not try to figure out your way around barricades, not worrying about what's going to be open, what's not going to be open. I mean, hell, most of the time we're just going to worry about what's in our price range. And now we have a whole nother slew on our plate. I have spent the last hour this morning on the phone trying to figure out with Evolve, because we booked through Airbnb, property management, Evolve. You know me, I don't like going through rental companies, and this is a prime example of why. Because they're telling me that they have to first get in touch with the owner before they can make any executive decisions. Oh, I'm sorry, isn't that what the owner pays you for? To make executive decisions, especially if a natural disaster out of anybody's hands happens? Not to make matters worse, how do we know that the owner doesn't live in the area and isn't stranded theirself? How do we know that the owner doesn't live out of state and doesn't even know what the fuck's going on? How do we know that we're even going to hear from the owner? So I have 5 days to cancel this reservation and only get a partial refund. A partial refund after a $2,500 trip for a week with my family of 6. Do not misunderstand me. I understand completely cancellation policies, house rules. I do this for a living. But when a natural disaster out of everybody's hands hits, I expect some sort of accommodation, some sort of communication, some sort of understanding. Not get in your car, drive 5 hours from eastern North Carolina to go to your vacation rental. Mind you, my parents are coming from western Tennessee to eastern Tennessee. Well, if you don't know, you do now. The roads of I-40 are washed out at the state line. What's frustrating is that all they can tell me is, we understand your concern. Do you? And what I do not like about this particular realty company, Evolve, is not hands-on. They are remote. There is no office in Hendersonville. So you talk to robots, you talk to recordings, you're texting customer service, and this is just infuriating to me. With all of that being said, I think, as a short term rental host myself and an Airbnb host, and doing this for a living, when a natural disaster hits in any part of the country, cancel all reservations and refund your people. Because 9 out of 10 times, your people aren't going to want to come to where a natural disaster hit unless they're documenting the natural disaster. Thoughts, comments, what should I do? Let's pray this works out.
The first thing would be to actually show some sympathy and some empathy towards the people who are actually involved in this natural disaster. They lost their homes. That would be the first thing that you can do. Now, this company Evolve, from what I can understand, they manage basically everything on the Airbnb host's behalf and deal with it all. Basically, that's what they do, and they take a certain amount in order to, they take a cut. Basically, it's like an agent, so to speak. So they take a cut and they handle everything for you on your behalf. That's what happens. But you know what? When a natural disaster happens, yes, there's going to be issues. Yes, you're going to have trouble getting in touch with people, but you're not the priority at that moment in time. That's the thing. Well, anyway, so she received a load of vitriol for it, and so she made a follow-up TikTok. Let's have a look.
Pay attention that my last post about canceling our mountain vacation has struck a few nerves, okay? Because I strictly made a post about booking the vacation, canceling the vacation, and wanting to be refunded for the vacation because the natural disaster struck. Am I aware that people have lost their lives? Absolutely. Am I
You should have said that to begin with.
aware that roads are washed away, there's no gas, there's barely food, there's a lot of devastation, and that people are still looking for friends and family members?
You should have said that as well to begin with.
Absolutely. Does that break my heart? It sure does. I live in a coastal town. We deal with hurricanes yearly. My post was basically stating that the remote realty company handling the Airbnb for whoever the owner is needs to be able to make these executive decisions and cancel all reservations in surrounding devastated areas. I am not an insensitive person. I'm actually a very caring person, and that's why I found a displaced family and I'm letting them stay in one of my Airbnbs for an entire week for nothing. Also, for anybody dealing with a similar situation that has booked a property through Airbnb or VRBO, they have policies in place right now to fully refund everybody involved, even if the host does not agree. Okay, so keep that in mind. We are not the only people dealing with this. We are completely aware of the devastation and everything that's going on, and our hearts truly are broken for this situation.
The thing is, natural disasters occur, they can't be helped. However, the number one priority is not the individual with a cancelled holiday, it's the recovery mission and the rebuild that these people have to do. Holiday insurances are always prepared for natural disasters so people don't lose their money. And lo and behold, big surprise, she did actually get all of her money back. That was going to happen, for sure. She didn't need to document this. She only made herself a target for vitriol and then got upset because she got backlash for a super viral TikTok. It had over 1 million views, 1.5 million views, I believe. And I think this mostly serves as a reminder that the world can't revolve around one person. We have to work together to actually help everyone, even if that means waiting to help ourselves for a little bit. That's what I think. Let me know what you think. Chat about it, don't chat about it. Like and subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. Thanks very much for watching. Bye bye.